Cancer, this isn't about your feelings. It's about a pattern that keeps repeating itself. So let's see exactly what this pattern is and how do you break free from it for good. So this is for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus. If you're interested in a personal reading, check link in the bio because you know your girl does them. Also go ahead and like, follow, and share this with another Cancer. But let's talk more about what I'm showing and let's get to it. So what I have is the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Justice card. So what this really shows me here is that you keep going into new opportunities and new love interests, and it seems like you have learned from your past, okay? You're going into these connections with a lot more wisdom, being open to cutting people off if necessary. But the thing is that you keep attracting the same type of people over and over. You keep attracting people that seem like they're there to give, seem like they're there to build with you, but for some reason they kind of revert back. For some reason the relationships don't and the connections don't really work out, because with this you're kind of reminiscing on all of people who they were before, right? But as you get to know them, as you get to really encounter them, you see them for who they are. But a lot of times you get stuck on their potential. You get stuck on like what they used to be like, how they used to be, and how they could be if they just go back to how they used to be, right? You're too stuck in the past. And that's the cycle you keep finding yourself in, is that love really presents themselves, but you're not growing with love, right? You're just hoping that this person stays the same for the rest of their life, but that's not the reality. The reality of is that people are going to change. The reality is that when people change, you either have to decide that's something you can deal with, or you might have to step away from it. But a lot of times you're staying in too long because you're hoping that the potential of this person will really come to be, when the potential has already shifted and changed, because they're not the same person they were when you first met them. And so with that, that's why you have this Justice card coming out, because the Justice card is showing us here is what you put into a relationship, that's what you're getting back out. So if you're putting unrealistic ideas into a relationship, well, you're going to kind of get that back out. Something that's kind of unrealistic, because it's not really the truth of the matter. You're not seeing things for what they are. And so with that, that's kind of what you're getting back out. You're getting disappointment back out because you're putting in these hopes to something that's not real. And so you're getting that disappointment back. And so that is what the cycle that you keep finding yourself in, is that people don't really turn out what you hope they were going to be, because you're seeing yourself in the opportunity that they have as like, okay, well, if I were in their shoes, then I would be doing this, this, and this. But that's not the fact of it. You're not in their shoes. They don't want you in their shoes. They're living their own life. And with that, you have to see them for who they are. But with that, what happens when you break free, or how do you break free from this? And so what I have here for you is the Queen of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the World card. Before I go more into details, make sure you like, follow, and share this, especially if this is already resonating for you guys. But nonetheless, what this shows me here is that Spirit's trying to tell you the way to break free from this is to make a decision. You have to really take the time to think, is this in alignment for me or is this not? If it is in alignment, then I can go forth and see where this venture can go. And if not, then I need to learn from my lesson from the past, such as the wand or the sword card here. I have to learn the lessons and be willing to cut things off if it's not in alignment. I have to see things for who they are and the reality of it, not what could be, right? It's time for me to get real of my reality so I can better assess what the future can look like. And so that's how you're going to break free from this, because no longer can you sit and like hope for how people can turn out, hope for different things. It's time to see the reality and assess it accordingly from there. And with that, as you make a decision, it's telling you here to go after that. So if it's a decision to stay with this person and see where this can go, because the reality shows you that there is real potential there, then it's showing you here to go after it. Be charismatic. Think of different ways to really surprise them, to show your love for them. Think outside the box to really build out this connection. And if the decision is, look, they're not in alignment for me, then it's time for you to move a different direction, but pivot and change with excitement, with joy, and be more open to what's out there. Think of creative ways to really attract the right type of love that you're looking for. And it's also having the World card, which is showing me here that this is all part of a lesson and a chapter you have to learn. You have to learn to see people for who they are, and from there to better assess who is really right in your aligned path and who is not. And that's really the advice Spirit has for you to overcome this, is to learn this overall lesson, is to no longer see yourself in just potential of something, but it's also wrapping it into the reality and not being blinded or putting on rose-colored glasses to not see the real truth. And that's what's going to break you free from a constant cycle of falling for people and realizing that they're not all that you were hoping. And that's really what I'm showing here. So with that, I want to leave you off with a angel number, of course, and a yes/no question. So think of your yes/no question. I'll get that angel number. But what I have for you is 1111, which is intuition. And what that says is trust in yourself. Your inner whisper is working hard to let you know what it is guiding you. Listen in. What is it saying? Feel it. Where is it telling you to go next? See it. Close your eyes and allow. Trust the path that you are on. 1111 goes very well with your reading here. But let's get you yes, no question answered. So hi, Spirit. Thank you so much for being here with us. As you know, Cancer has a question. What is the answer to their question? And that's a no. Oh, yep, that's a no. Thank you so much, Spirit. Appreciate that. And can you double confirm again? What's the answer one more time? Still a no. Yeah, it went away. It's still a no. So that's what I have for all of you. I hope this resonates. If it does, make sure you like, follow, and share this with another Cancer. Of course, if you're interested in a personal reading, check link in the bio. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.